trying out a new app. Let's see if this is working even. I didn't see it connect to my channel. Let's see, working. Hmm. Yeah, it looks like it's streaming to the channel, but I don't see it on my channel. Let's see if this is working. We'll test this out. I'm using a new app. Okay, and yeah, let's see if this works. It's not showing up. I mean, we'll test it. I'll do a little test right now and see if it's working. Because I don't like what StreamYard has been doing. It wasn't working properly. Restream is okay. I'm gonna get a better background. I'm gonna fix this. I just I'm testing it, right? Like I said. So we'll test this out. We'll test this out and see how it works. Okay. I'm not seeing it go to. I'm not seeing it go to my live stream. I'm not seeing it go to YouTube. So I don't know where it's. Oh, it is live. Okay, very good. Let's see if the sound is working good. Yeah, there it is. Okay, good job. All right. All right, welcome to the show, guys. I'm Sri Lankan Sammi, retired with mom and dad. Living life in Sri Lanka. I'm a Canadian Sri Lankan citizen, semi-retired, and I'm kind of like refocusing the channel. So I want to say hello and thank you and welcome to the show. And let's see what's going on here. Just playing with the different graphics and everything. So that's the design captions. Yeah, ask questions in the chat, please. All right, so today I'm going to talk about So what I'm going to be doing is on Wednesdays, I'm going to be focusing on my European and Oceanic members and subscribers. And on Sundays, I'll be timing the live stream for my North American subscribers. So on Sundays, we're going to talk about it's Saturday night in North America. On Sundays, we're going to be talking about serious matters, topics, right? On Wednesdays, it's just going to be a live update about what's been happening, what is happening, and what's going to happen. But sorry for the way the graphics are here. I'm going to fix that, okay? As I get used to this new app, because I kind of like it. It's a little easier to use, and the quality of the stream is much better. Well, I got a new camera too. So it is Wednesday afternoon, 3:45 in Sri Lanka. Thanks for joining, everybody. As I said before, I'm Sri Lankan Sammi, a semi-retired Canadian Sri Lankan guy living with my senior parents here in Sri Lanka. And I want to thank everybody. I'm doing a new marketing kind of thing, right? And it's kind of directing traffic towards the channel, but you guys can support the channel by commenting. That's really important. Every time you watch a video, comment. That helps get the video out to other people. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon so that every time I post a video, you can see it. Because sometimes if you have a lot of subscriptions, it kind of buries the subscription in the feed and you don't get to see it. Coconut. All right, let's see how that works. All right. Okay, that's working. I'm gonna get the color back to my yellow. Yeah, I like the yellow. Yellow is my brand, I guess. Add my logo. Oh, I can't add my logo. All right, so what's been going on? Well, let's try to change the camera. Can I change the camera? Unable to access the camera. Okay. Why? Nope, that one doesn't work. We don't want that one. I have to use this one. All right, well. I like that one. Oh yeah, with the border. Yeah, that's nice. I like the big border or the small border. I think I like this one. This one is a little bit better. Yeah, I like this one. Let's see. Everything looks good. Everything sounds good. Okay. Darren, how are you, buddy? Thanks for joining. Always happy to see you, brother. Using a new streaming tool. I'm gonna get rid of this fuzzy stuff here when I get get it sorted out here. Anyway, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Well, we're talking late afternoon for you as well. So Wednesdays, I'm going to be doing a catch up, like a midweek, like what's happened so far this week, what's the plan for the rest of the week, so that you guys can be you guys can be up to date with what's going on, right? So yeah, thanks. I'm really, really ecstatically happy with this Insta360 Link 2C. So it's the Link 1, the Link 2, and the Link 2C is the upgraded model. It's about 150 US dollars. And let me tell you, this thing is this big. It's about the size, it's about half this size, okay? Half this size, that's how big it is, okay? And the speaker on this thing is incredible. So when I go to Cebu next in 2 months, I don't have to pack this giant microphone, right? I just have to, and with the arm, I just have to take that little thing, and I can. And the beautiful thing is that I can pack it to the beach or wherever I go to do work or live streams. I don't have to use. I don't have to use my phone. I can use the laptop. Now it is the virtual camera, and so the virtual camera uses OBS Studio, which is another application to allow for the green screen and everything like that. So it's not it's being processed. That's why you've got this like artifacting over here. I got to figure out how to like fix that. And maybe it's in the camera options. Let's see if I can get into the camera options. General, virtual, video. Yeah, that's not working. Let's see if that helps it a little bit. Nah, let's keep it like that. All right, so no, I'm using the big mic, the Insta360 mic. So let me show you that. I haven't set it up yet, so it's not turned on. So I can't actually turn it on right now. Ooh, what was that? What the heck is that? That was the background music. I kind of froze for a second. There we go. That's a little bit better. Sorry about that. Yeah, so the Insta360 has a microphone, but I need to like set it up. This microphone, my Shure mic, is all filtered and configured and set up properly. I haven't set up the Insta360, and I'm not going to because it's too far away from my mouth, and I don't want to yell. Rain effect. No, what happened is like, well, again, this is my first time using this app, Restream. It's a nice app. I was using StreamYard, but I didn't like what was happening to that app. The effects were changing, the backgrounds were changing. I didn't like it. So yeah. Anyway, so as you guys know, Darren, and as you guys know, I was working this online company in the UK, but that contract ended. The owner, it was a small company, it was a startup, and he was trying to take his business to the next level. He was marketing his business online using Google Ads, and he was doing quite well. He was getting inbound calls, he was getting clients to sign up to his program. And I'm spilling water all over myself here. This doesn't seal properly. I gotta, like, I don't know why the seals have to be reset every time. Anyway, he was trying to promote his company, and my job was to take the inbound calls and leads and get them to book a time with him so that he could close the deal. If I could get them to book a call, 80 to 90% of the time he could book a deal. So I got paid on every booked call that showed up. I was doing quite well. But he was spending a lot of money and filtering it and everything like that. And towards like the last month, the calls started dropping off because he had not screwed up the marketing, but the way the ads were going out, they weren't hitting the right people. So I was sitting around doing nothing. And so he's moving to Dubai this weekend permanently. And he decided yesterday that he was going to shut everything down while he moves and then reassess everything once he gets set up in Dubai. Once he moves there, he's going to reassess everything. And he said he's probably going to hire an inbound call center that can do the marketing and the calls so that he doesn't have to. And he can focus on strictly doing the rehab. He has 3 people doing rehab with him online. So he is going to abandon doing it on his own, and he's going to pay someone to do it. He says it's less stress, less headache, and he's not plodding around trying to figure it out step by step. Because he's spending a lot of money trying to do it on his own. Says that it's better invested in doing it with a call center. He says, and call center services in Dubai are cheap. So unfortunately, I lost that contract, but not even 1 hour later, I got 2 new ones. It's like the money just replaces itself. And that's what I'm going to do a video on, is how to manage depression and stress. I've talked a lot about stress, but how to manage depression. People always ask me, aren't you depressed? Aren't you lonely? Aren't you stressed? And I used to get stressed about money, but now I don't anymore. Like immediately after he said that, I said, damn, I'm losing a lot of money. But then 1 hour later, I got a huge contract. Bro, I've worked in call centers my whole life. I've worked in sales my whole life. And I've never worked in a scam call center, but I did, not pressure, but I did bend the truth a little bit to convince people to buy a product that they may or may not have needed. You know, here's the thing. Let me answer your question in one minute. I'm gonna do a video shortly about depression and stress and stuff. I've done a lot of videos on stress, but depression, and that's a key thing right now in our world. And a lot of people talk about men's mental health, and a lot of people don't talk about it because we're supposed to suck it up, right? You always talk about kids, teens, and women and seniors, but not a lot about men. So I wanted to just touch base on it because, again, I'm not an expert. Lady Sarah just went through, I'm not going to get into details about what it was, but she went through a huge, I'm not going to say depression, but a huge thing that could have led to depression. And I'm glad I was there to walk her through it. And she relies a lot on my life advice. I am no way an expert, but I have been through divorce. I've been through breakups. I've been through bankruptcy. I've been through stresses of losing my job. I've been in stresses of I've never been fired. I've been laid off. I've been in stresses of moving twice to a country I don't know the language. I don't know the culture. I've moved around the world as an adult twice and resettled. That can cause a lot of stress that can lead to depression. And I'm single. I'm single almost 20 years. So a lot of people talk about that. So, or well, they don't talk about it. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to help people with that, or I'm trying to offer an idea to people who can maybe just getting emails, that people can maybe get some, like a fresh set of eyes. And then, like, guys, like I said, I have my life coaching that you can purchase from me, right? All the info I have is available on my channel. But if you want a life coaching audit or my advice, or like compare what you're going through to what I've done, and the results, I never give advice and tell you what to do. I tell you what I did and what happened after what I did and what I would have done differently. Okay. So if you want to do that, click the link down below, buy me a coconut. Okay. Is it in the comments? It's not in this comment because I don't know why, but go to the main channel. Okay. And click the link and buy me a coconut. Go into the membership and you can do that. Support me if you want by buying me a coconut. Do not do the super chats here because YouTube takes a high percentage of that. If you want to support the channel, go to buy me a coconut and do it there. So Darren, I've decided that I'm not going to get involved in anything where I have a boss. I'm going to stick to being a freelancer where I get to do what I want. The stress of doing something like that and the hours were just too much. I had to get up at like 1:30 in the morning, and it was just too much. And I make the same amount of money doing online teaching. So unless something comes across my desk that is like spectacular and like, if something comes across my desk, I'm not going to actively look for things. I stopped looking for jobs a year ago. I used to look for jobs. Now, I was always looking, but I have such a good relationship with my recruiters that they just pitch me, right? But, I'm not going to, and here's the thing, in Sri Lanka, the pay rate is very low. It wouldn't be worth my while. And that goes to another question I was going to talk about in the future. I'm going to talk about it probably in October. It's on my list of vlogs to do. And that is, when you're retired, what do? You need to have a hobby. You need to be able to do something. Otherwise, you're going to go insane. I don't want to get into details about my personal life, but I can see it in my dad. He's becoming, what do I say? Like physically, he's not able to move that well. Mentally, he's getting older. He's 88. Okay, September, he'll be 88. That's old. Damn. Mom's going to be 80, 81, I think. I'm going to be 57. So, I can see the change in him physically and mentally, and I don't want that. So, and I was watching another video from somebody else about, after 70, it starts to catch up to you. I noticed it after 50. Physically, after 50, it started catching up to me. So, right after this, I have a class, and then I have an exercise. So yesterday I did a physical workout. Today I'll go walking. Tomorrow I'll have a physical workout. The next day I'll go walking. The next day I'll have a physical workout. The next day I'll go walking. So I've been doing that for a little while. I've been doing fasting. And all of these things help my life. Happy birthday, brother. 59? No way. I never knew you were older than me. I always thought you were younger than me. Damn it, brother. You're kicking it at 59. That's amazing. Very proud of you. You give me something to aspire to. That's great. 59, married. I'm gonna say like what? How many years? Like 40 years? Sorry, no, couldn't be 40. Well, yeah, 40 years. How long you've been married? And I think you said 2 kids, 3 kids, grown. Your kids are grown. I recall that. But that's congratulations. Big proud of you. I am a firm believer that I am better off being single and child-free. But that doesn't mean I'm anti-child-free or anti marriage or anything like that. I might become, and I was going to talk about that as well today, an idea I had. I might get into a cohabitation situation in about 10 years. And here's where I'm talking about what happened in the past. Like, so what happened this week is the job change, but I got 2 new contracts. They started today. One of them started this morning and the second one starts right after this live stream in an hour. So, just that replaced the money I lost. Now that other job had a higher potential. This one only lasts until December, but then I'll pick up another job in February because January it's always slow, and that I want January off. I want January and February off so I can just relax. And March it kicks back up. And I'm already talking with my other company. I said, listen, let's start a marketing program for the fall season with the kids company, where the clients, right now what they do is with their marketing, they buy credits. They buy 12, 24 credits, whatever. And the more they buy, the bigger the discount or the lower the price per credit. 1 credit per class. And then they pick a teacher and they book a time online. So what I'm saying to them is, listen, let's do it so we all make money faster, because somebody will buy credits and then they'll just sit there and just take 1 class a week or 1 class every 2 weeks and then forget about it and then ask for a refund. No. Let's get them where we get the money in our hand. So you buy 3 months. So you buy 24 credits. You have 3 months to use them. And the credits are discounted. Now, obviously, I'll take a tiny pay cut for that. But I'm willing to do that to get the money in faster. Right? So I'd rather get the money in faster than spread out over 6 months because I can get more. It's volume. Right? So she says that's a good idea, especially to build the base for the fall session. She goes, that's perfect. It gets them focused in committing to booking classes. I said, yeah, that's money in both our pockets. Right? And she goes, yeah. And then I'm going to pitch that to my other kids company, but that one they pay in advance. So they pay me in advance. The first company pays me after the class is done at the end of the month. So like, for example, next week I get paid on the 30th for all the work I did this month, which is great. My other companies pay me on the 10th. So the work that I did in July, I get paid August 10th, which is 10 days. That's perfect. Normally it's other companies is like 2 weeks or the 18th or the 15th or like the 30th I've had. You have to wait a month. Yeah, these companies are pretty decent, So I'm really addicted to this Thai menthol stuff. Feels good. So that's what's been happening. What's going to happen this week is I have the weekend off, but it was pouring rain today. Matt in the City has gone home for the week. Give him a week off. So he left this morning. I want to take a quick break on Saturday. So, guys, I see you online here. So please comment, say hi. Let me know who you are, where you're calling from. I see that there's like 4 or 5 people online right now. So please say hello. I'm gonna go on Saturday where mom and dad we're supposed to go for dinner to an American barbecue restaurant on Sunday afternoon. I'm also gonna go see my aunt and my cousins. I haven't seen them in a while because I was working these crazy hours. But now that I'm free with that, I'm gonna go visit them. But I was thinking, you know what? I have no classes on Sunday, so I figure why don't I go to Port City and hang out at the Bellevue Cafe, which is a beach club that I really like, and hang out there all day. Just sit by the pool, listen to some good music, have something to eat, have something to drink, and just chill out on the patio. And then mom and dad will come, and maybe I'll go across the way there. There's the go-kart track and go do a couple laps. And then mom and dad will come and pick me up. We'll go visit my cousins. Or maybe I'll just take a tuk-tuk over to my cousin's place, and then mom and dad and I will go for early dinner and come home. That's Sunday. That'll be a nice Sunday. Maybe I'll do my live stream. I'll do a second live stream. So I'm going to do my live streams on Sundays, on Sunday morning Sri Lankan time, which will be, Darren, it'll be off hours for you, but I'm doing one in the evening for Oceania and Europe and one in the morning for North America, so that I can try to expand my base. So here's where I'm thinking for the future. Like you said, you're married. I know you and Janet have been married a long time. You have kids. You have quite a life, and you're very happy. But I was married. From the time I started dating my ex-wife till the time we divorced was about 10 years. So 10 years with one woman, 2 houses, 2 cars, vacations, savings, and all of that. After 10 years, nothing to show for it. Amicable divorce, no kids, thank goodness. I paid her off, so I didn't have to pay alimony or support. I bought her a house, which is why I didn't have anything when I came to Korea. I had like $50,000, but when I paid off the debt and bought her a house, cash, there was nothing left. Rather than pay alimony and support, right, for however many years. I made way more money than she did, and I was also 11 years older than her. At the time of divorce, I was 38, 39. She was 27. So she was making nothing compared to me. I'm making $500,000 a year. She's making, if 60 to 80,000. But after I came to Korea, I stopped talking to her. I have no idea what's going on with her. But I'm happy being single because I get to do what I want, guilt-free. I have no stress or drama. And because I'm going to the Philippines, and because I think Philippines is in number 1 on my list of places to retire to because of the visa situation. The visa situation is much easier. You don't have to get a long-term visa. I can do a tourist visa for 3 years. Thailand, I can do a tourist visa for up to 6 months. And then I have to leave. But if you keep doing visa runs, they'll nail you. I could do like a different kinds of visas, and it doesn't cost a lot, but I don't want to live in one place forever. Not right now. Maybe in 10 years. Right now, I want to move with the weather. So, 3-6 months in Philippines, 3 months in Thailand, 2 months in Vietnam, a month in Sri Lanka. Just keep going around in a circle, avoiding the monsoon season. And ChatGPT has given me a time and place that I can go to avoid that. And then I can explore different places. So, for example, I've been in Subic Bay, don't like it. Now I'm going to Cebu, which my friend is telling me I will love. Now, Philippines has a problem. twofold. The vlogging laws have changed in the Philippines, where I have to block all people's in the background, which is going to be a pain in the butt, but I can do it. Because I really want the channel to start to fund my life, or at least pay for itself. You know, I'm spending a lot of money on the channel, and I'm hoping that in the next year that the channel will start to pay for itself. I don't care to make a crap ton of money. Like, I know some vloggers in Thailand that just from advertising and promotions and stuff, they're making $5,000 to $10,000 a month. I'm like, geez, that's ridiculous money. I would be happy with $1,000. I would be satisfied with $500 a month. I'm making about $1 a day. You know, $1 a day right now, which is okay. I mean, it pays for my ChatGTP license, but then I would like to buy a few more licenses, like a live stream license. Why am I spilling all over myself? It's disgusting. It's like I can't handle my water here. What's going on? Anyway, if I can support the channel and then make a little bit of money on the side, I would be so happy. I would do more videos and more content, and I would have to work less so that I could, you know, do more time on here. So that's why I'm asking for you guys to please support the channel by liking, subscribing, and clicking the bell icon and commenting. Commenting, you do not understand how great commenting will help my channel grow. I truly appreciate that. So to all the new subscribers, you know, I had about 400 or 500 subscribers in this new promotion. I'm going to do another promotion in August, solely on North America. This one was on Sri Lanka and English-speaking countries. Next one is going to be solely on North America, and then the third one will be on Europe, and then the fourth one will be on Oceania. So I hope that you guys can help me out. If you want to sponsor, please. That would be great. Once I start getting more members and sponsors, then we can get into the merchandise. I do have merchandise, but it's not anything serious. I just was playing around with it. When we get into merchandise, then I'll come to you guys with merch ideas, like my logo and my catchphrase: learn to live life, don't let life live you, and see you on the other side. You know, those catchphrases and fun things just to show your support, right? But yeah, so what I wanted to talk about was, like, I kind of have this idea that in the next 10 years, I should probably figure out a place to live forever. You know, mom and dad are going to be here for a long time. They're going to be here for a long, long time. And I mean, at the max, they're going to be here 20 years, maybe 10. Within the next 10 years, you know, that's the timeline, right? So I have to, like, kind of figure out what I'm going to do. Sorry, I'm just reading something here. So I have to figure out a place to live. And the visa situation in Philippines is good. The problem is, I just saw a new rule that you have to be careful when dating Filipinas, because they have a law in Philippines where it's called verbal verbal assault against women and children. Now, it's very specific. It is a physical relationship. You have to have a physical relationship with someone for this law to apply. It doesn't apply for women to men. It's men to women only. If it is repeated harassment, belittling, shaming, verbal assault, continued, you could go to jail. And there's someone in jail right now. That's what they're talking about. This is new news that's coming out in Philippines, and it's huge in the vlog sphere, where if you're dating someone and you're in a physical relationship and it goes south, you could get in some serious crap. So that's, again, like, that kind of happened to me in South Korea about 10 years ago. Somebody came to me and said, oh, by the way, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, congratulations. And they're like, oh, but it's yours. And I'm like, uh-huh. All right. What do you want? And then blah, blah, blah. I want this money and everything and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, can you, put that in writing and get that to me, and I'll look at it. I took it to a lawyer. The lawyer says, okay, what do you want to do? I said, well, here's my medical report. I had surgery, 20 years ago. I'm incapable of having children. And he's like, oh, can you take a test today? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely, I can take a test today. Go to the hospital, get the test. Oh yeah, he's incapable of having children. It's impossible. So he takes it back to her and says, yeah, you owe him money. Okay. For false allegations. So I got paid off for that. You have to be careful. So I'm thinking, like, anytime someone is in the house, I will have the microphone on recording, just to be safe, not video, just audio, just to be safe, because you never know what somebody will say you did. So anytime someone's in the house, come over, turn on the microphone, let it record to the computer 24/7. Who knows? You gotta be careful. But like I said, I was adamant about being single. But I was watching this one video about a guy, and he was saying, when I came to the Philippines, I was in my early 50s. Now I'm 60, and it's catching up to me. He says, I'm too old to go out and run around and do whatever. I want to be the old man. I want to find a hobby, fishing or doing something with my hands, building something, just to keep my time busy. But doing what I did when I was 40 or 50, can't do that anymore. And I can see that with me. I'm getting tired. I'm not interested in going to the club or the bar or anything like that. But what I might be interested in doing is being a host. I don't want to get paid, but I wouldn't mind being a host, like being a manager of a resort. But I wouldn't want to get paid because they couldn't pay me enough. Buy me dinner, buy me the taxi, and maybe a couple drinks, because I don't drink. Buy me a taxi, buy me dinner, and I'll work, and I'll be a host. I'll socialize with guests, make sure they're having a fun time, and that'll keep me busy and energized, right? A bon vivant, as they say. Well, that's because that's what I've done my whole life. It's what I've done my whole life. I'm very good at it. And speaking several languages helps, especially in Cebu, which is Korean, right? And I speak Korean, I speak French, I speak English, and I could learn. I don't need to learn local language, but it would help. And learning Filipino is very easy because it's Spanish-based, and I used to speak Spanish and Portuguese. In my life, I've spoken 9 languages. It would come back to me very quickly. Thai was a little difficult, but I was there for a month. I learned a little bit. I learned to speak a little Thai. Basic conversational Thai, like, how much does this cost? Which way do I go? Where's the bathroom? Just basic conversation, like shopping and transit. turn left, turn right, go straight. But maybe, if I live in a place, I can find someone who is interested in kind of settling down with me. Maybe somebody's interested in traveling a little bit. Definitely someone without family. That's the one thing in Philippines is when you get involved with somebody in the Philippines, you get involved with their whole family. Mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles. You're supporting the whole village, and that's not something I'm interested in. So my dream girl would be an orphan. I'm joking, but you have to be careful. All you have to do is go online and watch some of these vloggers living in the Philippines or Thailand and just listen to their stories. I mean, they have money, so do I, but I'm not looking to get that deep into a relationship. I was talking to this one girl and she's like, oh, can I bring my mother? I'm like, no, I'm not interested in meeting your family. And I cut her off. Oh, thanks. But again, that's my situation. Oh, Sri Lankan stock market broke 19,000 2 days ago, and it's 19,227 right now. It is up 1%. My portfolio is up 1.2% today. I'm at 64% for the year. Love it. Love it. I have 5 securities. All of them are in profit. The best one is 117%, which is my telecom, and the lowest is 18%, which is my tobacco company. I think anyone in the West would be happy with 17%, 18% profit on a stock. The IPO that I was involved in, that failed or is being withdrawn, so I'm getting the money back, plus 10% interest for the year, which is a good thing. So that money will go, and I'm going to put it into a mutual fund, Sri Lankan mutual fund, which year to date has done like 80%. It follows the Sri Lankan's top 20. Shazim, how are you, brother? Good to see you. How's things going? And brother, you got to remind me again, you are in Korea or Philippines? I keep forgetting. I remember that you're outside of Sri Lanka, but can you remind me again where you are? Yeah, today's topic, I've changed the format a little bit. So Wednesdays, I'm going to do an update about what has happened in my week, what's going on, and what is going to happen. There's no specific topic. It's just where I can focus on my friends in Europe and in Australia. So that time zone. Yes, you're in the Philippines. Now I remember. Okay. Yeah, I'm coming to Cebu in October, and I'm going to be in Cebu for quite a while. So if I come in, if I do any traveling, we'll link up. All right, brother. We'll have a coconut together. So yeah, Wednesdays I'm going to do at this time, every week at this time, I'm going to do like an update, a weekly update. What's been happening, what's going to happen. And then on Sunday morning, Sri Lankan time, I'm focusing on the North American members. So it'll be Saturday night in North America. So it'll be like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning for you. Not possible to watch the Sunday vlog, which will be a topic. But you can catch it on the rerun. Yeah, there was a big typhoon. I saw the weather reports, and I have friends that I'm talking to. I saw the news. The same typhoon is hitting Thailand right now, in the north of Thailand. So yeah, serious weather in the northern part Philippines, and that's a normal thing to happen in the Philippines. When I lived in Subic, we had 3 or 4 typhoons, but because I'm on the west side, it doesn't really hurt. And Cebu is kind of isolated. I mean, I'm far away enough from the beach and high enough that I'm not going to be affected, and I'm in a concrete building. But if a heavy enough typhoon hits, yeah, it's going to be. But my room faces west. It doesn't face east. It doesn't face the ocean. It faces inland. So that's why I picked it. I mean, I'm pretty smart about future proofing. So hopefully everything is okay, and the weather will pass pretty quickly. I'm looking at the weather and the radar. Even Korea had floods and like 17 people dead. So I'm on the 3rd floor, so I don't have to worry about flooding, and I'm facing west, so I don't have to worry about wind. So, and I'm in a concrete condo, so I don't have to really worry much. The place has a generator, so if the power goes out, there's electricity, and the other thing is internet. So that's all I have to worry about. So I hope you're doing well. We were talking about what has happened this week, what is going to happen this week, and my plans for the weekend. So it's just a midweek podcast where everybody can get together and just say hi. So I hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining. I truly appreciate it. Again, one of my top supporters. I really appreciate your time. And I'm using a new app. That's why this doesn't have everything on it. So just see if I can edit and put some stuff in the YouTube video part of it. But anyway, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm always happy to chat with you guys and answer any questions. So, what else is going on? Yeah, I am booked for Cebu. I'm so excited, flying Singapore Airlines business class with a layover in Singapore. What else? 5 months. 5 months, man. Let me tell you, that's gonna be a long time. Not sure whether Lady Sarah's gonna make it, because just the cost of flying, man, is ridiculous. Shizan, I'm actually doing a video this month in August. In August, I'll be doing a video on the cost of living, and I will be updating you on that. It's kind of balanced out. Some things are more expensive, some things are cheaper, but I'll do cost of living on like food, cost of living on electricity, transportation, gas, utilities, internet, things like that. I'll tell you that it's kind of, it hasn't really fluctuated much in my standard of living. A little bit on the electricity side, but it reduced on the internet side. My cost of internet dropped by 50% because of what the hell's going on downstairs? Oh, they're just talking. um, because of Starlink. Starlink came in and the price of everything dropped. So I'm very happy about that. Why are they so loud? What the heck's going on down there? Anyway. So yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna say, I don't know what the price of daily goods has gone down or not. So I have to, again, because I haven't gone out with mom shopping, so I need to go out with her and figure out, you know, what is the cost. So I'll do a video on that. Okay. Yeah. So I'll do a video on that. Not to worry, and I'll get some details for you. I actually have it in. I'm gonna actually do a video on renting and buying. I'm gonna do a video on cost of living and things like that. Sorry, another email came in from a client setting up a meeting for this afternoon. I love it. You know, one door closes, another door opens. Really, that's going to be interesting. Cost of living here in the Philippines has really gone up. Vegetables, meat, and other daily essentials have gone up. See, the thing is the beautiful thing about fasting, and I did a video about fasting just a little while ago, and Darren was saying, you know, about fasting, and I was like, I've been doing it for so long that it's so easy for me. And I don't eat a lot. I eat very little food. I would buy local fruits from the fruit market with a little bit of yogurt. I don't even need the yogurt. I just like it. I don't do sugar. The only sugar I do is in my coffee. Now, I'm not going to be able to have a coffee machine, so I'm going to have to revert back to instant coffee. But I'll buy expensive instant coffee with a little bit of brown sugar. Or maybe I'll just switch to honey. I'll probably switch to honey. And then I have a cook who's going to cook me one meal a day, which I have in the late afternoon. And then weekends is when I will go out and enjoy a good meal, like a steak or pork chops or pizza or hamburgers or something like that. I'm not going to drink alcohol. I will like once or twice, but you know, water. I'll bring water with me. There's no reason to like spend money. And that's the thing, like when I was on vacation before, I would, you know, go out and buy a cabana and a bottle of champagne and blah, blah, blah. Nah. I'm here for 5 months, 6 months. What I need to do is experience it as if I was living there. Just so I can, you know, but there's something to be said about treating yourself, okay? You need to treat yourself. Guys, I got to wrap up very, very soon because I have a class starting in 15 minutes. So I got to wrap things up. We've been on for an hour. So I started late, I'm sorry, but I will follow up with you guys in the next little while. We're going to be doing some fun things with the channel. I want to say thank you to everybody who is supporting the channel with your time and your comments. Truly, truly love that, guys. Love that. Darren, thanks again, brother. Truly appreciate your time. Shazeen, thanks for joining us from the Philippines. It's always a pleasure. We will be back on Mondays and Fridays. In October, when I go to the Philippines, I think I'm going to start doing. I'm going to ask you guys. I'm going to ask you guys whether I should do 3 videos or 2. I think I will have enough content to do 3 videos, which means I will not do the live stream. Well, maybe I'll still do the live stream. It all depends. I'll do the live stream plus a video on Wednesdays. Who knows? We'll see. But Mali, thank you. Shazeen Mali, thank you. We'll see you guys all on the other side. Now, how do I end this? I don't even know. Where's the button to end?